Respected audience, let us ensure all the nine identities in us. To begin with, the Viragi, then the Lokasevaka attitude, then supporter of the Sanatana Dharma in our interest, then Bhakta of Bhagavan, Shishya of the Guru, Mumukshu of the Samsara, Jignasu of the Tattva, and therefore Nirantara Shravana doing Shrota, all culminating in being the Adhyatmika Sadhaka basically. Such we have to make a relentless habit of tuning to the all five sources of blessings, inspirations, strengthenings, etc. First foremost, the Parabrahma himself as the Lakshyam, then the Ishvara as the one to finally certify that we are qualified, and then he blesses us, then it happens. And before that, for relentless sadhana, the givers of all powers in all our faculties, all the Devata Gana, not even one Devata we neglect. Whether they are Graha Devatas, Nakshatra Devatas, Pancha Mahabhuta Devatas, the Indradi, the Varunadi, the Rudradi, Adityadi. All of them are working not only in the management of the entire universe, but in our own personal subjective life of Stula Sukshma Karana Upadhis. It is they only who are nurturing, nourishing us. So we need to keep this in mind and deeply with that feeling, that gratitude. We have to be in good terms of respect and reverence to them. Helps a lot. Very necessary sadhana. So too, this most beautiful Guru Tattva, the Guru Parampara, the Swaguru, if you have made someone, and the Acharyas, their contribution in our spiritual evolution also enormous, tremendous. In fact, the available, the accessible, the acceptable expressions of guidance, if at all something is there, is gurus only. Gurus represent the Shastra because directly Shastra you cannot study, understand. Gurus put us in touch with the Devatas because we don't know how to worship them. It is the Gurus who teach us. Gurus are the ones again who put us in contact with the Ishvara and tell Ishvara, recommend Ishvara to Ishvara that our case can be taken up. And it is Guru only finally through the Brahma Upadesha pushing us into Brahma Anubhuti blesses us with the result. And they are accessible to us. We can talk to them, we can get guidance from them. Little discipline, little commitment, little obedience when we have enough. What they want more. They just want these three things in our interest for our own quicker evolution. If these few things, along with that undaunted faith we are blessed by them. Then the Shastra, Shruti Smriti, Purana Itihasa, respect to them is only in the form of everyday browsing through them, everyday studying them, everyday through them understanding the main purpose of life, etc. This is how we have to slowly make our lives a perfect package for our own perfection. Now, before we enter into our Shwethashwathara Upanishad Sambandha Bhashya Adhyena, the second portion seen, Third portion onwards, we will start today straight away. 2 3 minutes of discussion is simple. This one. First of all, open the eyes, look into the world. Then, in this world, have the openness, unbiasedness, egolessness to see the achievers in all fields, whoever they are, and from whatever the size they are. Learn the art of seeing the great achievers. It can be an ant which is fetching its own eatable sugars. It can be a bird making its own beautiful nest. It can be any of the other animals which are in their own way are achieving for something for themselves and whatever they could contribute to the total. Coming to the human beings level also, not one, not two. From the beginning of creation till now, even in future, how many are the individual humans are achieving spectacular things for themselves, also for the world, in every of the fields. Then, as we just now said, the great performances and achievements of the higher beings of the rishis, the munis, the devata gana. Having observed it, first acknowledge and appreciate that they have really done the great thing and they have really achieved. It is easing the efforts and difficulties of the world. First acknowledge, appreciate. Isn't it? You just see the phenomenal world that is so colossal, so different it is today to see. And in each individual and in groups, sometime they have achieved. Acknowledge it. In the arts, in the sciences, in the technologies, in the economies, in the medical field, in the legal field, in construction field, in what not. Vapre, vapre, vap. Now, after first doing this exercise of opening eyes and looking all of them, watching them, recognizing them, acknowledging them, appreciating them, immediately next thing we have to ask is, has it happened accidentally for their achievements, whatever? A big question it is. The answer is it has not accidentally happened. It has happened incidentally in the sense they have worked. And to achieve to that level of workmanship, whatever they have achieved now. Imagine last 1 hour how much they worked, last one day how much they might have worked, last 1 year how much they have worked, last whole decade how much they dedicated. That dedicated efforts of an year gives this result, a month gives this result, an hour gives this result, and a decade gives that result. Some of them are from decades together, relentlessly working, therefore the glory of these spectacular results. And many of the highly profiled people of highest achievements, they have not started their achieving this goal journey merely in this life. It's going on from many, many lives. Suddenly, one doesn't become a highly greatest sports icon overnight amidst the 800 crores of people or 140 crores of people. Suddenly, नहीं होता. A person suddenly a singer नहीं होते. Nobody becomes suddenly a famous scientist or a famous politician in one life just like that. The best way to understand it is in our one life of whatever abilities, efforts, what have we achieved? This much only. Then how can we expect that they have achieved so much in one life? So many lives of continuous constant effort that is bringing them into different heights in their own respect fields. These all should take to an understanding that the direct proportional relation between the effort and achievement. Here comes a very crucial thought, very subjective, very crucial. Ki first of all, do we want to achieve or not? Isn't it? Then only the question of should I put the effort or not comes. Is very subjective because if I have no vision of achieving anything, what can the whole world do in trying to inspire me to put the efforts? Here, very subjective. Like if you can't, if you don't want to achieve, let us say, of understanding the Shastra deeply. Let thousand masters, gurus, acharyas come and teach. You will not listen. This is the only place where the guru and God fail. Fail means they withdraw because they can't do anything. Because human beings are given the freedom. It is they in their own interest from within or outside somewhere getting the inspiration should become the wanters of achievement. They should want the achievements. Then the question of all the helps and efforts come. So that is why we started today saying that see the achievers. Great. That is what Nachiketa. Sasyamiva martya pachyate sasyamiva ajayate punaha. I don't want to be like that never achieved person. I want to achieve the highest. Okay. Now let us say hypothesis कि हम really achievers बनना चाहते हैं. Now one thing we have to discuss here is कि what achievement we want, isn't it? Now take the examples of all those whose examples we took just now. है ना? कि every of the ones whose examples we have taken for our observation, the great achievers, all of them are only the external achievers only. Very crucial discussion now we are doing. है ना? Subject to verification and proofs. Most of them within themselves are as khokla as anybody in a slum area. With the body identities, with the lusts and passions and greeds, with the uncontrolled antakarana, with so many of unethical immoralities, along with all inner weaknesses, ignorances, delusions, and confusions. Just because somebody has become famous in that or this particular field, outer doesn't mean that inside they are matured or greater. हो भी सकते हैं कोई, but this and that has no relation. This is only said to say that don't get carried away by the outer achievements. What is going through in each of the jiva regarding his own identity, only he knows, the God knows. Now here comes all those outer achievements, how long do they stay? We have seen great achievers, where are they? The 50 साल पहले के ये सारे icons in these field में, they are not even known. And people today who are there, great achievers, 50 साल का हिस्ट्री में कहाँ रहेंगे पता नहीं. Their all achievements also will be replaced by other achievements. Therefore, only one is the real achievement which is permanent, that is our own inner evolution. That should be our goal. So, although we have seen the whole world of achievers, got inspired by them, for ourselves also wanting to be the achievers, also got inspired by them that it is not one day's work, lives together, we have to work for it. Regarding all these things, there is commonality between them and us. The only difference is their goal of achievements were outer, temporary, ephemeral. We should make the permanent thing as the goal. Huh? All the Karodpadis of this life, depending on whatever karma they do, in the next life they can be the Rodpati also. They can be in any slum, they can be in any level. Because the Jiva ka karma, karma ka gati, it is very uncertain. How, what takes whom to where we don't know. As in our own personal life, don't we see place wise to how many places we are displaced from the birth till now, if we see situations to how many we were sent to, the people, the things around, our sukha, dukkha, our respect and insults, our becoming famous once for some time, and nobody knows other us. अब देखो अपनी जिंदगी में कितने बदलाव आए कि नहीं. All of that is karmagati. No jiva can escape it. In the same way, in the context present world, whoever are appearing to be nowhere in the picture for anywhere, they in that maturity of their own efforts fructification, in next 30 40 years they'll be the famous people in the world or in the next lives. Again, like you are there. If your karma, punya is so great, next life you yourself may be the mayor of the big city or president of big organization or politically big figure. अगर आपके प्रारब्ध में लिखा है. लेकिन point is none of these are the actual stages to be reached because they are still in bondage. It is not moksha, therefore it cannot be the greatest achievement. Like that, the kings have come and gone, monarchs have come and gone, all that going up. If you feel value importance for it, go for it, try for it. You can also achieve. Like if I try, can't I become a great sports person in 5 6 lives? Can't I become a great politician, economist, साइंटिस्ट? क्या नहीं बन सकता हूँ मैं? क्योंकि कोई भी बना तो कोई भी बन सकता है, उतना मेहनत करे तो. Isn't it? I can, but will it give me the moksha? That's the point. Therefore, I must achieve. For that, I have to put effort. These two are common. But the thing to be achieved is the inner, internal, personal, ultimate realization of the self. Okay? And the relentless efforts as they have put. Now, let us discuss just a minute or so what efforts we as a spiritual goal keeping people have to do. अब हमारा लक्ष्य परमात्मा हो गया, डिसाइड कर लिया है ना. Because all of them when they become old, nearing to the death, they will be only caught up in all the worldly attachments and all. And while becoming famous, knowingly unknowingly, how many people they have suppressed, how much harm they have done to the government or to the others, all of that will be hisabed in the future. हाँ, कितने लोगों को दबा है, कोई स्पोर्ट्स में है, इतना फेमस, बट बिकमिंग बिफोर बिकम फेमस, हाउ मेनी पीपल ही माइट हैव सप्रेस्ड? ओनली द लॉर्ड नोस इट. ऐसा ही नहीं किया होगा, वो सबका हिसाब लगेगा. हल एक तरह का नहीं होता है, लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. कोई रिश्वत दिया होगा, किसी को ब्लैकमेल किया होगा, किसी को नीचे कुचल डाला होगा, कहीं कोई और कुछ ऐसे हेरा फेरी किए होंगे. अगर है तो उस सबका हिसाब, एवरी वन ऑफ देम विल बी कैलकुलेटेड. So the life will be pathetic only. Apart from that, with the earned name or fame or money, what positive done, what negative done, what positive that could have been done is not done, all of them will be calculated. Then that particular person's mind and intellect, the purities, impurities, सारा मिलकर आगे वाले जिंदगियां बनते हैं. But don't get carried away by outer no, some pomp and posh. He is heading that nation, he is heading this great position. Great है वो, but then they are not ultimate, they are not permanent. From that highest, अरे एक इंद्र भगवान ही नीचे फिर से मनुष्य लोक में कुछ भी बन सकते हैं फिर से, because the मनुष्य only with effort became इंद्र, ये जीव, वो पुण्य हो गया, he will be coming back. Probability, possibilities we are saying. Therefore, once we have decided, firmly decided, undoubtedly decided, that inner Paramatma Anubhuti alone is the goal. There should be no doubt, no ambiguity regarding it. Then the sadhana. Sadhanas are not many for us, but the same few sadhanas have to be, we have to go on doing them till the thing is achieved. Our sadhana is only with regard to our antakarana. Of course, Sharira, Indriya, we manage them. Antakarana. In that also only these three, four. First, how much we have made it free from all impurities. Okay, the two impurities are the worldliness in them and the negative thoughts in them. Worldliness and the negativities. Negativity in terms of the morals, the values, the ethics, isn't it? Is Sara nikal dena. This first thing we have to achieve. Note down that point. Purity of the antakarana. How much it is free from its bondage to the world and worldliness? How many are less the negative thoughts in me, impure thoughts, etc. First is purity achieved. Then the single pointedness is achieved. Ekagrata, Sanyamata of the Chitta in Yoga Bhasha. Then employing it in the deep study of the self or the truth or Brahman with the help of the scriptures, of course, the guidance of the Guru, Acharyas. Our goal is Paramatma, therefore, these only have to be our sadhanas. Once the Swarupa of Paramatma is clear, understood, intellectual, then knowing where do we stand, then in these sadhanas of purification, single pointedness, directing our attention towards that Paramatma. What is to be done? All the time we are engaged only in it. Now, all these great famous icons I told you now, call them Raja, Sobha, Shwethashwathara, Upanishad, Suno. Do you think they will come? They won't, because they are sincere. Very sincere they are. For what? What goals they have chosen. In the same way, why should we go anywhere when our goal is this one? Outside as well as inside. आउटसाइड कम होता है हमको, कोई बुलाएगा हमको. वंस यू आर स्पिरिचुअल नोबडी विल इनवाइट यू. डू यू कॉल मी? एक बार 4 साल में खाना खिलाया मेरे को. Nobody will be interested in us from outside when we are spiritual. And it is correct, because it's I have chosen. Who told me to? It is my mistake or my decision it is. How can I question or expect or object others? ये बेवकूफ़ी है. Our problems are inside. है कि नहीं? All the time relentlessly. Out of habits, vasanas, when the attention is going away from the self goal, consciously, deliberately bringing our attention, awareness towards our goal and sadhana is the one 24 घंटे we have to do. Simple, 24 घंटे. I am not available to the world. और भी बोलना है तो I am dead to the world. And world is dead to me. Then only I am alive to myself. The self is available to me. That is how they have achieved in their respective fields. Totally dedicated. They never cared even God. Even if they care God only for that goal. कोई क्रिकेट टीम तिरुपति में जाती है तो हमको सन्यासी बनाओ, परमात्मा आपका अनुभव दो, इसलिए नहीं जाते वो लोग. हमको वर्ल्ड कप चाहिए. Isn't it? Don't you see it so common? The whole movie group has gone to this temple. नॉट फॉर परमात्मा प्राप्ति. ऐसे ये मूवी सक्सेस होना है. entire political people they go. No, nowadays, टुडे क्या डेट है? 24 फरवरी. आज कौन सी स्टेट के मुख्यमंत्री और मंत्री लोग जा रहे हैं अयोध्या? द अदर डे अदर फ्रॉम यूपी दे हैव गॉन. नो, एवरी 3 days कोई ना कोई जा रहे हैं. बिकॉज इट वाज सेड थोड़ा वेट करो, अभी मत जाना, भीड़ है. तो दिस होल वीक इन फरवरी है ना. एंड व्हाट फॉर दे गो? हमको सन्यासी बनाओ या हमको वैराग? नथिंग डूइंग. In the coming elections, both state central, let us win. So sincere they are. Even if they go to God, they go only for their particular selected goal. ये भी हमको उनसे सीखना है कि हमें भी बेशरम नहीं होना है उनके तरह. क्या है बेशरमी? When the goal is this one, why are you attending something else? They are intelligent. They have kept that goal and they don't get here and there. कुछ लोग तो अपने फैमिली को केयर नहीं करते. फैमिली मीन्स अदर देन द इमीडिएट फैमिली. नो, वी हैव टू, दे कांट अटेंड. अगर हमको ये गोल में जाना है, दैट इज ए सच बिग आइकन्स. उनके चाचा कौन है, दादा कौन है, मासा कौन है? डू यू एवर लिसन? नो वेयर यू लिसन. बिकॉज दे आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन देम. दे इंटरेस्ट इन देयर ओन पर्सनल. हाँ, दोज पीपल विल थिंक हाँ मेरा भतीजा जो है क्रिकेट में फेमस है. दिस भतीजा इज नेवर इंटरेस्टेड इन चाचा. Otherwise, he can't become great. He'll be only at Bhatija level only. These are the things we have to learn. In the same way, in spiritual, when we come, outer problems come hoenge, the whole problem is inside. This is where Rama has sorted out in his inquiry. Inner problem is sorted out. He has no interest outside or inside to anything, including his own ego, of which we will be studying from today. So simple, direct. Our goal is Paramatma Prapti. Our sadhana is on our Antakarana. First, introverted isko banao. Second, purify kare. Third, make it single pointed. Fourth, bus just 24 घंटे with the knowledge understood by the teachings of Guru. In search of the truth only we are. Every moment. Only every moment when we strike, then only it will happen. वी कांट स्पेयर यू एन 1 hour फॉर एनीथिंग एल्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. उतना हमको बनाना पड़ता है अपने आप को. इफ यू वांट टू अचीव इट इन नेक्स्ट 5 लाइव्स, फ्रॉम दिस लाइफ वी हैव टू स्टार्ट डूइंग. इजंट इट? अदरवाइज हाउ दिस ग्रेट महात्मास, गुरुस, पूज्य गुरुदेव लाइक ऐसे थोड़ी बनेंगे जस्ट लाइक दैट. इजंट इट? दे आर नॉट आउटसाइड प्लीज. They are not great because of their outer appreciations from the world and the Bharat Ratnas. ये सब नाटक है. एवरी अवार्ड इज रिकमेंडेड ओनली. अब तो चलो ठीक चल रहा है, पहले तो सारे रिकमेंडेशन होते थे. एनीथिंग, एनी बिग बिग थिंग्स यूज, कोई हेरा फेरी होता है, कोई महासंत नहीं है ऐसे कि दे देते अवार्ड. डोंट लुक आउटसाइड. पूज्य गुरुदेव अचीवमेंट इज इनर. लुक एट दैट इनर अचीवमेंट. बी इंस्पायर्ड बाय दैट. So let us that way be increase our intensity of application for our inner unfoldment. कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ना. जो भी करना है लगातार करते जाना और वही करना, सिर्फ वही करना. बाकी कोई भी इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं इस जगत में. कल को when we don't achieve the goal, if you blame others, but I was attending to you, but nobody will take that blame. Even if they take, what is the use? गोल तो अचीव नहीं हुआ ना, है ना. If let us may say tomorrow I blame you कि because of you I didn't sit for meditation because I was talking Upanishads to you. You laugh at me. हम तो मना ही कर रहे थे. आज 4th Saturday, हमारे बैंक एवरीथिंग छुट्टी है. आप तो चैंट में हमको छुट्टी नहीं देते हो. यू विल नॉट टेक ब्लेम, यू विल ब्लेम मी ओनली. आपके वजह से हमारा भी रियलाइजेशन रुक गया. If you had given class chutti, I would have sat and levitated and realized. Isn't it? Nobody will take blame. Even if they take or don't take, how does it matter? India's intelligence we have. We don't blame the neighbor countries for our not growing or growing. We go on working. फिर जो काम करता है उसकी तरक्की होएगी ही. No, see the Pakistan type of always they are having their eye on India. Why are you bewakoof? You withdraw and put your own efforts in your own. You will grow, isn't it? These are our thoughts for the day. ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः निधये सर्वविद्यानां भेषजे भवरोगिणः गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणहलयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् गुरुपुङ्गवपुङ्गवकेतनते समतामयतां नहि कोऽपि सुधी शरणागतवत्सलतत्त्वनिधे भव शङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोध अस्मिन् क्षणे सिद्ध्यर्थं सनातन धर्म विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति कल्याण पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम अनेक शास्त्र अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषद आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थ वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे ओमत श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषद श्री आद्य शंकराचार्य विरचित मंगलाचरण श्लोकम् ॐ नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम् ॐ नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम् अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ फ्रेंड्स फर्स्ट पोर्शन चित सदानंद अद्वितीय ब्रह्मा is our essential nature or that chit sadananda advitiya brahma is me, not this what I am now, isn't it? Like somebody gone to America in the beginning days, stayed there, worked there, earned money, earned green card, citizenship. After some 100, 200 years, 300 years, the next sixth generation talking in American language, and they even become somebody in the political field also. If they have a little honesty, loyalty, what they say, basically, I am from India. I am Indian basically. The other day, somebody in Britain Parliament. So we are Indian, but we go and become there, not required Indian. We settled there for money, for whatever name, fame. So basically, Bharat you. But अब वहाँ गए बस गए. Example only I am giving, not saying something correct or wrong or good or bad. Who am I to say? And it took 200, 300 years that we got settled there, and our next generations though don't know any Indian culture. That's why they struggle, all American Indians, how to teach the children. They don't want to learn, but they want to teach it. लाइक एवरीवेयर इट इज। मेरे बच्चों को ऐसे जगह भेजू, वो लोग स्पिरिचुअल सीख के आए। तुम सीखो तो खुद ही सिखा सकते हो ना। नो नो, आई एम बिजी इन माई एंजॉयमेंट। वेरी फनी है ह्यूमन माइंड्स। एनीवे, so in the same way, it we gave hundreds thousands of lives to displace ourselves from our identity, from Chit Sadananda Advitiyam Brahma. Okay, how it happened is the process told. Basically, we are that. Now, we are a struggling, miserable individual to become happy. These four, five things we have to keep in mind. One, it is our own avidya, not anybody given. Avidya is not knowing. Not knowing is not knowing our own essential self. That we are Chitsadananda Advitiyam Brahma. Just like it is my mistake I am seeing snake. This because it is my mistake I am not seeing the rope. Because I am not putting the due efforts to see the rope. I have chosen not to put those efforts for whatever reason. Hesitation, inhibition, fear, preoccupation, whatever you say, कोशिश नहीं कर रहे हो तुम राजू को देखने के लिए the rope. Then you will never be seeing rope. You can never cease to see the snake because something you have to see. So imagining it as snake and getting frightened, you can continue for 1,000 lives. This is what we are doing. By our own choice, we are not knowing our own original essential self. That is called as avidya. Okay. Now, avidya, thereafter, chidabhasa yukta aham, thereafter, avidya janita kalpita upadhi tadatmya, then with the upadhi tadatmya, taking apurushartha as purushartha, and then in pursuit of that apurushartha taken as purushartha, in the mind and with the world around, with so much of emotions, relativities called as ragadi. Influenced by that ragadi, our actions. And because of that, makaradi iva itastataha akrushyamanaha surya nara tiryag yonishu. Isn't it? Sancharan. In doing all of that, he may get artha, he may get kama, he may get dharma, but not the moksha. That is what said here. Moksha artham alabhamanaha. This is what is our condition. Every of these thought has to be thoroughly understood. Yesterday, day before, 3 days we have spent for it. And see it from the reverse. Now I am Nara Rupa. I can be Sura or Tiryak in the next life or was in my earlier life. Now what am I doing? With the Raga, the Kalusha, doing something or the other. And in that Suranaradi Pravesha only will be there. Mokshartham alabhamana. One. Second, how I am doing all these things? With the upadhis of Sharira Manendriyadi. What are all of they? They are also Maya Avidya Kalpita only. And then this entire drama of Maya Kalpita Upadhis, Maya Kalpita Jagat, Avidya, let us say. All of that is supported, sustained only by me. है ना? Like a college students गुंडागर्दी कर रहे हैं, एंड whoever the neighbors जो जाके उस प्रिंसिपल मैनेजमेंट को कहा कि तुम्हारे लड़के ऐसे शैतान है कर रहे, अब द प्रोफेसर से और द प्रिंसिपल मेरे बच्चे ऐसे ही रहेंगे, नो व्हाट कैन यू डू? और योर ओन चिल्ड्रन वेरी नॉटी, लेट अस से, creating havoc in the neighborhood. When they come and complain, if you say no मेरे बच्चे ऐसे रहेंगे, तो no, it is very tough for them, no? Isn't it? मेरा गवर्नमेंट ऐसा ही रहेगा, अरे तुम डिसाइड कर लो तो अब बहुत मुश्किल होगा वो. Isn't it? No, China. Anybody comes into power, no, हम ऐसे ही रहेंगे, इंडिया को सताएंगे, या पाकिस्तान, एनीबडी कमिंग, ऐसे रहेंगे तो होता नहीं. इन द सेम वे वी हैव डिसाइडेड हम ऐसे ही रहेंगे अंडर अविद्या. अब जब मैंने कहा मैं अविद्या में रहूं, तो किसको क्या पड़ी? हु कैन डू व्हाट फॉर मी? Isn't it? Even God and Guru also doesn't touch. They have that diplomacy. They have that type of dignity that if we are intact in our decision to live under the influence of avidya, वो कहते चलने दो, ओके तुम्हारी मर्जी. हम क्या कर सकते? This is the biggest problem delusion, which is so tough to understand and recognize. What it is? कि स्वाश्रयया avidya. Vidya avidya in my own ashraya, promoting that avidya and avidya janita activities only all the time, I alone am invoking my own bondage, minute by minute, life by life, for millions of lives. This understanding is so much important because from this only the other thing comes. Therefore, it is I alone who will have to work for my own liberation. In fact, coincidentally, this was our initial introductory thought also today. Look at all achievers, they have achieved by their own efforts. That's what the thought here also. Swa-ashraya avidya. That is why in number of Shankaracharyas come in our life, or Shankaracharya Bhagavan only comes n number of times in us. It won't help us unless we ourselves realize that we are holding on to avidya and not allowing it to go away, therefore bound. It won't help. Once it is realized, then one Shankaracharya coming one time and giving one Upanishad, one Upadesha is enough for us to reach the goal. That is the meaning of all these explanations so far. So I am bound by my own avidya, I have to be liberated by my own vidya. Now, when this understanding is becoming clear, the corresponding delusions which were there, they'll dispel, get dispelled. फिर लाइफ को एक ऐसा गोल और एंकर मिलेगा जो सही वाला है कि थ्रू द विद्या एट रिमूव द अविद्या. सिद्धांत विद्या, साधना विद्या, अनुभव विद्या. सिद्धांत विद्या इज स्क्रिप्चरल नॉलेज. Sadhana Vidya is doing continuously Anvaya Vyatireka. Anubhava Vidya is finally realizing I am Chitsidananda Advitiya Brahma. Still we are in that vagueness. देखो अभी सुना हमने, लेकिन एक मिनट में उसको ऐसे भूल जाते हैं कि उसका वैल्यू नहीं है. This is called as powerful delusion. Either we forget the ultimate goal Paramatma, or we remember something else as the goal. क्योंकि नहीं तुरंत नाश्ता याद आएगा गोल के रूप में. बस माइंड गया उसमें ना, ये लंच याद आएगा या उधर जाना इधर जाना, समथिंग. Everything is a goal to us except Paramatma. Now you understand how much powerfully we are deluded by our own chosen avidya. And avidya janita, upaditadatma janita, ragadi dosha yukta, apurushartha taken as purushartha and mokshartham alavamana, then itastata bhatakteve like makaradiva. What Shankara Bhagavan said here is the proof is we only. You and I are the example for it. स्वीकार करते ही नहीं हम कि वी आवर गोल इज परमात्मा. इन ए मिनट वी फॉरगेट. जस्ट लाइक एनी यंगस्टर्स चिल्ड्रन, बेटा हार्ड वर्क करो, वो सुनेगा और हंसेगा. बेटा स्टॉप वाचिंग टीवी, वो सुनेगा और हंसकर फिर यू विल वॉच टीवी. और टेल दैट एल्डरली मैन हाउ लॉन्ग यू विल ड्रिंक लाइक दिस, सी योर फेस एंड ऑल. यू विल स्माइल एंड से, बोल दिए हो गया तुम्हारा लेक्चर, अब बोतल ले आओ. You will say that only to you. How much ever you tell. Tell the politicians, यार इतने पैसे, respect, bangla, everything you are getting from our taxes. अब at least work honestly, no? They can't. That's like that. They are not matured. ये सब करने के लिए इतनी maturity होनी चाहिए ना. डोंट ईट द मनी ऑफ कंट्री. अपने घर में चोर, खुद के घर में. अपने घर में चोरी करना क्या बेवकूफ़ी है कि नहीं? पीपल डू चोरी इन देयर ओन हाउस, देयर ओन कंट्री. अब टेल देम, सुधरेंगे नहीं. लाइक दैट यू सी इन द वर्ल्ड, सेम इज आवर केस. So this problem you cannot be unattending, na? We have to attend it. What is attending here? कि why I am forgetting my goal? Why I am taking something else as goal? वर्क करना है इसके ऊपर. What to do to make the real goal as goal and remember it all the time and do the things required only for that. Okay, even for that, now Bhagavan Shankara is giving the solution, which is the third topic of this discussion. Third portion of this topic, the Sambandha Bhash. There we have to start studying now. So, Suranara Tiryak Dehadishu Sancharan. यहाँ तक अर्थ हो गया? समझ में आया? In the divine, Devata Loka or Manushya or Pashwadi, because of our karmas done, because of our Raga Dvesha means Kama Krodha ke anusar, whatever karma we have done, pulled by them, we are going through different shariras. Okay? Up to this is helplessness, bondage. How the liberation starts step by step. Note down these bullet points one by one, definitely. Very required it is. But we should not be careless about them as we were throughout our life or spiritual journey, careless about crucial things. That shows our immaturity. That is nothing to say that हम पाप कर रहे हैं, हम दुष्ट हैं, ऐसी बात नहीं. Like the boy, your boy child is not studying. It's not that he's doing a papa or a dushta. His equipments are like that. उसको ठीक करना होता है. In the same way, carelessness is our nature regarding spirituality. उसको हमें being careful से we replace in our own interest. Then only we really do something, achieve something. So one by one. First one what? कि केनापि सुकृत कर्मणा. By some sukrita karma done. Therefore, as many occasions opportunities come, or by creating one, do the sukrita karma. Bullet point number 1. साधना के लिए पहली बात पुण्य करो. ओके, उसमें 3 हिस्से हैं. एक क्या है? इफ दैट पुण्य इज डन कॉन्शियसली फॉर एनी सुख भोग, then that will come. Punya will be wasted for it only. Punya is done but not cared for. Result? Lord, what he wants to give, he will give. But the punya is done only for spiritual unfoldment. This forces the Lord to put us in the spiritual mark. Now, this is what in Taittiriya Visa. Oh Lord, give me lot of money. With that, I will do Yajnayagadi. With that, Antakarana Shuddhi will have Upata Durtakshaya. Then I can focus in meditating on you. Didn't we see that? आवहन्ते वितन्वाना कुर्वाणा क्षीरमात्मनः वासाकंसि मम गावश्च अन्नपाने च सर्वदा ततो मे श्रियमावह लोमशां पशुभिः सह स्वाहा आमायन्तु विमायन्तु. याद है आपको? श्रेयान्वस्य सोसा निस्वाहा तन्त्वामग प्रविशा निस्वाहा समाभग प्रविश स्वाहा तस्मिन् सहस्रशाखे निवगाहमुन्तयुमृजे स्वाहा यथा पप्रवतायन्ति यथा मासा अहर्जरम् धातरायन्तु सर्वतः स्वा प्रतिवेशोऽसि प्रमाबाहि प्रमापद्यस्व. Then only the 3 vyahrutis. Om Bhurбhava Svrtiva Etaha Tisro Vyahrutaya Tasamo Hasmaitam Chaturthi Mahachavasya. So Punya Karma with spirituality as the goal. So the sentence heard was Kenapi Punya Karmana. Improvised for our thing is Punya Karma, but not without Sankalpa, with Sankalpa. Which sankalpa is not for the outer bhoga, for the adhyatmic. So therefore आप किसी को 10 रुपए दे रहे हो, उससे यही संकल्प मेरा आध्यात्मिक प्रगति. Going to the temple, spiritual unfoldment. Meeting some महात्मा, don't ask थोड़ा मैं पीठ का दर्द ठीक करो. फिर महात्मा जी डंडा लेकर मारेंगे पीठ में. पीठ ठीक हो जाएगा, but will be remain a पीठ only, not परमात्मा. Where we go to meet Mahatmas, go to temples, do any punya karma, Hare Kaka, consciously. Let all these add up to my own Adhyatmika Pragati of discovering my own Chitsadananda Advitiya Paramatma. Is there any doubt? And is there anything wrong? Or can there be any better thought than this? If these are understood, then should we not start it right away? Everyday punya karma done. ओनली फॉर दिस पर्पस. सो आज ही शुरू करो. आपके जेब से कुछ ना कुछ पैसे हर दिन पुण्य कर्म में जाते रहना चाहिए. मॉनिटरीली, अदरवाइज वॉट एवर यू कैन डू पुण्य कर्म विथ वॉट एवर रिसोर्सेस. ओम. सो केनापि सुकृत कर्मणा. ओके, व्हाट इट रिजल्ट्स इन कोर्स ऑफ टाइम, मतलब वो सब जब इकट्ठा होकर है ना, ईट ईट जुटकर बिल्डिंग बनता है या दीवार बनता है. सडनली तो नहीं होगा ना. सो सेकंड थिंग इज वन, ब्राह्मणादि अधिकारी शरीरम प्राप्त. गेटिंग द ब्राह्मणादि अधिकारी शरीर. Here sthula sharira more than that sukshma. Sukshma is more important than sthula. In those days sthula sukshma exactly perfect होते थे. Brahmana sharira had always had the Brahmana antakarana only. Kshatriya sharira had the Kshatra antakarana only. ऐसा no varna sankara that time. But today, because of hundreds of reasons, I can't put all of them, there is sankara. Therefore, the antakarana only we talk about as Brahmana. And it has already the Sharira also Brahmana, nothing like that. Sharir nahi hai, but Antakaran Brahmana hai, so welcome. Because sadhana Sharir nahi karta, Antakaran karta hai. So therefore, Brahmana adi adhikari Shariram prapta. Now, is it not becoming very clear? Ki it is Sukshma Sharira which has to be Brahmana. Even if anybody is Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, through this Punya Karma done for 10, 12 years, he can in his Antakarana have Brahmana Sharira. He can have. Now let us do that then. Already hoga bhai andar ka Brahmana Sharira. What is that Brahmana Sukshma Sharira is? Shamodamastapa Shaucham Kshantirarjam Evacha Jnanam Vijnanam Astikyam Brahma Karma Swabhavajam. आस्तिक होना, परमात्मा के ही संबंधी सारे लगातार करते रहना, consciously in the mind. If we are power mongering inside, respect, reverence mongering, है ना, from the outer world, then we are in the Kshatra. ब्राह्मण को इसका मौज नहीं होना चाहिए. If you are the money minded, property minded, then the Vaishya fellow is in us. Only Bhoga and Nidra, Bhakka 100% Shudra is there in us. शूद्र का काम भोग करो, निद्रा करो. उस भोग के लिए थोड़ा तो कमाना है, तो उतना उठकर वो कमाएगा. बस लेबरर 8 घंटे काम करेगा, पैसे आएंगे, खूब दारू पिएगा, सो जाएगा. शूद्र collects money, keeps it. Fail or fall means interested in the money more than bhoga. काम पुरुषार्थ जिनका होता है वो है शूद्र. अर्थ पुरुषार्थ जो है जो वैश्य होते हैं. धर्म पुरुषार्थ वाले क्षत्रिय होते हैं. मोक्ष पुरुषार्थ ब्राह्मण. In the dharma purushartha, the power, all of them. I want to do this, I want to achieve that. So, like right now, when I close my eyes, in generally, what is my antakarna, I know it. So, I can know also a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So, through the Punya Karma, create it to be Brahmana. In that Brahmana antakarna, through the Vyatireka way, we have explained, in him, the power mongering like Kshatriya will not be there. The money mongering like Vaishya will not be there. Bhoga and Nidra mongering like Shudra will not be there. When these three are not there, what is there? Tapasya, Adhyatmik tapasya. Whether it is in the Bhakti Marga, Navada Bhakti कर रहा है, Yoga Marga, Ashtanga Yoga कर रहा है, Vedanta Marga, the 13 things he is doing. What are the 13? The Yamani, Shamadhyamadi are 9, Shravanamana Nididhyasana 11, 12, Anubhuti 13. वेदांति के 13 steps. विवेक वैराग्य क्षमा दम उपरम तितिक्षा श्रद्धा समाधान मुमुक्षुत्वम 9. श्रवणम अन्नम निधिध्यासनम 12. आत्मानुभूति 13. भक्त के 9. योगी अष्टांग. If we are always planning doing only these things, we are having Brahmana Sharira. Or do these things, the Antakarna becomes Brahmana. Please, जो होता है हम वो करते हैं और जो करते हैं हम वो होते हैं. याद रखना जो अंदर होते हैं गुण दैट वी डू एंड व्हाट वी डू बिकम्स दैट आवर कैरेक्टर एंड लीव इट नॉट फॉर द स्वभाव टेक इट अप विद द पुरुषार्थ लिविंग इट टू स्वभाव मतलब मैं से हूँ स्वामी मैं वैश्य कम्युनिटी में जन्म लिया हूँ मैं ब्राह्मण कैसे बन सकता हूँ दिस कॉल्ड लिविंग इट taking as purushartha no I am born as vaishya never mind what today I have learned I can become brahmana sharira inside so let me do what is to be done also is told to me let me do that 5 साल का मेरा ये है like every political party they have the manifesto 5 साल 3 साल ये करेंगे वो करेंगे they come to power they try to do so let us also make our 3 साल 5 साल का project you know सबसे विचित्र बात truly when we do those 5 years these sadhanas and look back and see because of our doing sadhana, while doing sadhana, when we gave up all other earlier things, nothing happens. Means no problem happens, no change happens. World goes its own way. It was our own delusion that the world is required for me and I am required to the world. For the world. कोई पूछ रहे आपको डेली सुबह शाम 2-2 घंटे आप क्लास में आते हो नहीं नो नीड यू आर नॉट सो इम्पोर्टेंट टू द वर्ल्ड and world also not important it is proved the delusion will be conquered if you really do the sadhana for few years. Few years तो लगते हैं कॉन्शियसली करने में तो ब्राह्मण बनने का प्रयत्न सेकंड साधन पुण्य हो गया ब्राह्मण शरीर दूसरा थर्ड वन इज व्हाट देन ब्राह्मणादि अधिकारी शरीरम प्राप्त देन ईश्वरार्थ कर्म अनुष्ठानेन थर्ड साधना नोट इट डाउन डूइंग द कर्म एज अनुष्ठान for the Ishwararpana. And what karma? Not anything newly undertaken. Our own Swadharma karma. कर्म ज्ञान के पीछे भागो भक्ति के पीछे भागो कर्म के पीछे नहीं भागना वो फंसाएगा हमको इफ देयर नो कर्मा कमिंग मीन्स उस जन्म के लिए अभी वो फंसाव नहीं है अभी देन इन्वॉल्व कॉन्शियसली विद भक्ति एंड ज्ञान वी आर टॉकिंग फॉर स्पिरिचुअल साधना in all gurukulas the students do they do the work given by the guru or they themselves initiate nowhere they initiate whatever guru says that only they do guru also tells them to do that work only for the clarity of antakarna that is the next thought the whole world is gurukula and we are there in it we will not take any initiative of karma फिर फंस जाएंगे हम करता कर्म कर फल में एंड वी टेक कॉल इट एज सोशल वर्क कर रहा हूँ ये कर रहा हूँ वो कर रहा हूँ ये भी मोह है ये भी माया है वॉट एवर द वर्क इज गिवन दैट अलोन वी डोंट रन फॉर द वर्क ये वेरी सबलाइम चीजें होते हैं थोड़ा टाइम लगता है इनको समझने में एक्चुअली यू नो वी हैव टू डू ओनली द ज्ञानम when we are not able to do the jnanam then we have to do bhakti when we are not able to do the bhakti we have to do the yoga when we are not able to do yoga then we have to do the karma yoga aim at the highest not able to do then second not able to do the third ये तीनों नहीं करे fourth once you do the fourth one do the third then now कर्मयोग हो गया, then do the yoga. योग थोड़ा कर ली तो come to bhakti. Come to bhakti हो गया ज्ञान. Aiming at the highest. Not able to do it, then the next. And do the last fourth only to reach to the third level, then to the second, then the ultimate. इस तरह का अवेयरनेस कॉन्शियसली होना है. लाइक आई ट्राई टू मेडिटेट, मूड नहीं बन रहा है, चलो ठीक है आई डू उपासना, वो भी नहीं बन रहा है, चलो योग यम नियम आसन करूंगा, वो भी नहीं बन रहा है, तो लेट मी गो आउट एंड सर्व द वर्ल्ड. कर्मयोग. डोंट इन्वोक कर्मास. फंसाएंगे फंसाएंगे. वंस यू नो द रियलिटी सेल्फ, देन ओनली डू कर्म एंड सर्व अदर्स. हु सेज नॉट? बात की बात है. पोस्ट रियलाइजेशन. ओके. व्हाट इज द थॉट नाउ वी आर डूइंग? ईश्वरार्थ कर्म अनुष्ठानेन. And what is the result we have to see when we do the anushtana of the karma as an Ishvara Aradhana? Ki apagata raga adi malaha. So first one is Sukrita karma. Second is Brahmanad adhikara sharira prapti. Third is Ishwarartha karma anushtana. Fourth, seeing its result inside us. Apagata raga adi malaha. ऊपर जो राग आदि मल से ही हम ये वो करके मकर आदि वो इधर उधर भटक रहे थे. We were all wandering. Now, through the Ishwararpana karma, we have to see the result that the raga adi mala have gone. Okay. Now here एक important point करके और छोड़ेंगे. Tomorrow we'll see कि we have to recognize that these raga adi durgunas are the mala to be removed. If we say that उनको रहने दो and we alone are promoting them, basically we are not sadhakas. लाइक कपड़े में सारे दाग धब्बे रहे, कोई बता रहा है यार ये सब दाग धब्बे हैं, धो लो उसको. इफ यू से दैट नो नो रहने दो, आई लाइक इट, देन मीन्स यू आर नॉट वांटिंग द क्लीनलीनेस और प्योरिटी. So recognizing that I have this raga, I have dvesha, and recognizing that they are the mala and they have to be removed, then only I can focus on the God. In this thought, there has to be a clarity. And for the achievement of that only, we do karma Ishwararpana Buddhi say, and it will slowly ensure that the Ragadi Mala have gone away. Otherwise, same Ishwara Aradhana we can do to increase the Ragadi. The non-spiritual grastas, everyone do this only. They do only this संकल्पा, मेरे बच्चे मुझे और प्यार करें, मैं उनको प्यार करूं. अब भगवान की तथास्तु, अंधे फंस गए, अभी भगवान को भूल गए. Kunti Mata was doing like that only till the last moment. She had raga for her children and also brothers' children. She understood in her own maturity, ये कहाँ फंसा हूँ मैं, I am not able to meditate on Lord. She says, all my attachment to my children and you all, let it be removed. Oh Krishna. है ना. स्नेह पाशम इमम छिंदी दृढ़म वृष्णिषु पांडुषु. वृष्णिकुल और पांडुकुल के लोगों के प्रति मेरे बच्चे, अगर जो स्नेह पाश है उसको काट के फेंक दो. गंगा एवं उदन्वती, लाइक गंगा गोस टू सागर, आई मस्ट मेडिटेट ओनली ऑन यू, प्लीज ब्लेस मी. And that is why they are the lucky ones who are kicked every moment by the objects and people, that they recognize there's nothing but misery in the raga. Raga include raga dvesha. Then only they understand they are mala. Then they have to be transcended. This is the technique. You know, this is what shows whether we are matured in our understanding spiritually or not. Do you want more and more raga to the world of things and beings? We are not spiritual at all. We have not understood the basics. What is the basic not understood? The people and the sukha dukkha coming from them, and because of that the raga dvesha, all of them are our own mind's projections. This basic thing, if it is not understood, we are not spiritual. Then our attention is always someone or the other should come and love me, do this or that to me. ये स्पिरिचुअलिटी का एक निशाना भी नहीं है उसमें. निशान. Very careful about this. So apagata ragadi malaha. Then when the ragadi mala goes no, the intellect is now pure, unbiased. With that intellect, when you again look back the world, it is like Rama's sthiti of Yoga Vasishta. That he understood everything to be temporary, ephemeral, therefore total vairagya. Then only going to the Guru, listening from him Tattvamasi. These are the next 3 or 4 steps. Elaborately, we study them tomorrow. Om, 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 Om. Om, 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 Om. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevava Shishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Paramarashibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Namaha Om Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu Samasta Shwethashwathara Upanishadaha Acharyebhyo Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Namaha. Thank you, friends, for your patient listening. Join in 5 minutes.